Okay, welcome back to the channel. I have just a smaller project I want to try to get done today, but this is my 1965 Caterpillar 922B. Bought it from the same place. I got my D6 back there and D7 on the other side of the building, and my crane I guess came from the same place. But I do need to service it, but that's not what I'm going to do right now. What I want to do is make an attachment for it. See, I sell corrugated metal pipe, and I'd like a way to be able to move them around my yard without bringing a loader or a skid loader or something over from D&G. Be nice if I could just use something in my yard to move them, so I figured why not this, since it still runs pretty good. What my thought is I want to make something that I can put on that cutting edge and then chain to that hook on the top of the bucket, and then just kind of like a pole sticking out that I could use to pick up pipe and move it around with. I think it'll work. I was going to use some C-channel, but I might end up using like some I-beam or something like that, so it has a little more lip to hang on that cutting edge, but I'm not sure exactly yet how I want to do it. I'm going to take some measurements first, so I'll grab a tape measure and be back. This is kind of my thought, and I don't know how well it's going to work because you can see right there in the middle of the cutting, or on the frog I guess, there's some welds right there, because I was thinking I want the I-beam or whatever to sit up on here, but these are kind of really humped up. I don't know what they had welded on there at one time, so it might make it kind of slippery, so I might just have to hook it right on the edge of the cutting edge. But otherwise I'd be looking at 3.5 inch lip would probably be good enough. I don't really want to go that. I don't know. I guess it's not like the pipe is super heavy, so I can make about anything work. So I don't know, I'll have to go over to the shop and measure the C-channel that we have and measure the I-beams that we have and see what we have for a lip to go on there. I guess one thing I forgot in my grand scheme, I was thinking just a section of C-channel or I-beam to go across here, and then as far as this chain going to the top hook on the bucket, I was thinking I might want some kind of pedestal coming straight up, so that way, and then chain from the top of that pedestal to that hook, so that way it has a little bit of leverage, because I'll have to look. I think I picked out like an old parking, or not a parking, I guess it was like a post from a doorway, like into a building, like a garage door opening, and I don't remember how long it is, but if we got that much leverage coming out this way, I might want a little leverage coming straight up. Maybe that's a bad idea, but I was thinking that it'd make it more stable if I had a little bit of leverage coming straight up, like maybe, I don't know, come up 24 inches with a straight post and then run a chain from there to there. Now I can slip it on and off, but let's go over to the shop and see what I have. Okay, here we are at the shop, and I got, I think, my first piece I'm going to use. And maybe this won't work, but I can just call it version 1, and if it fails, maybe we'll just have to make another one. But I'd contemplated cutting one side off, and then I have flat face to weld to, but I don't know if I want to go through all that. So I got a pretty good lip there. It's about perfect for going right up against those cutting edge bolts on the loader. We'll see how that works. But my thought was I'll weld a flat piece on here, and then I can weld to that, weld this post on there, and I should go grab that now. All right, so I got that post in here, and now that I'm feeling how heavy it is, I'm kind of second guessing the way I want to do this, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead with the plan I already have in my head, because I guess if it fails, I can just redo it, but still think I'm gonna weld a plate across the one side of the I-beam and then weld this post to it. Thing does have quite a bit of weight to it, so we'll see how it works. I'll have to go rummaging around here and find a piece of square plate, or maybe I'll just cut a piece of cutting edge to weld on there. Harping me too much for my welding. I haven't touched a welder in probably a year, I suppose now, but as you can see, I've got the welder set pretty hot because it's a big chunk of metal. I really wanted it to burn in there, but I got the top welded on. I didn't check the bottom before I did that one pass on the top, and so you see I had to clamp that down to get it back down to where it should be and tacked it. And so yeah, now I'll flip it over and weld that, and I suppose we'll grind this face off, and I need to get my post on top too, but we'll get this welded too now. Well, I rushed a little bit on that one, so it's a good thing that one's on the bottom. You don't see it anyway. But I'm hoping those will hold. If not, we'll be back building version 2. So what I'm thinking now is I'm going to use this, I don't even know what size this is. Use that 2.5-inch square tubing. 12 my upright on there, and I didn't want to sacrifice that weld, so I'm gonna have to cut that corner or grind that corner down a little bit so it fits in there nice, and get this cut to 24 inches. And then what I think I'll do is I'll weld a little cap on top, and then that's what we'll weld our chain to. Okay, I think it's gonna just be faster if I just set up the chop saw and cut that little corner off, and then it'll fit pretty nice on there, I think. All right, that was enough relief. Got a little gap there, but I'll be able to weld that in. So yeah, I guess I'll clean this up on the grinder and we'll go from there. Okay, there we are. Got it cleaned up and on there. I think I'm pretty happy with that. So go ahead and weld that on and it's raining out here now. But I got that welded on. Got that welded on all the way around. So yeah, then I guess I'll put a cap on it, put a chain on top of there, and I'll grind that up, grind up the bottom of that pole, and start welding them together. Well, I was messing around with the settings on the welder there, and I probably shouldn't have, because it messed me up a little bit. But I think it's good enough. Go ahead and get a little bit of chain and weld it on there, and we'll go from there. terrible. There's guys out there a lot better than I am, but I don't weld that much, just every now and then. So, got my chain on there. Wasn't sure how much I needed, so I just guessed. And I don't know. Now that I see how heavy it is, I'm kind of debating on whether or not I should have used a wider or longer I-beam just to get more length on the cutting edge of the bucket, but I think it'll be okay. So I think I'll roll this over to my pickup and I'll just lay it on the tailgate to get it home, because I'm not that far from home, so I'll go get that done. Yeah, I know the back of my pickup's a disaster. Just did a house demo on Friday. But it's just 0.6 of a mile home, so I think that'll be fine. Throw it off and we'll get on my loader and see what it looks like. Okay, well, once again it's very windy out, but have my contraption set out here. So when you get the loader running, hook that up and move some of those pipe and see how it works. Well, I know it's frowned upon, but the glow plugs quit working on this a year or two ago, so I'm gonna give it just a little bit of ether. Alright, I'm going to let that warm up a little bit. Maybe I'll get that thing pulled over a little closer. Yeah, I'll just have to do it with the loader. Let's go see if that's square. Well, it looks like it should catch on the cutting edge like that. Let's get straightened out a little more. I'll throw this chain up and over. And yeah, let's push it a little farther. Alright, so I'm not really sure how tight I want my chain. So I think I'm going to run the bucket from over here Maybe I do want to tip forward a little bit more. I don't know. There, I think that looks pretty good. I hook the chain up like that. Oh, maybe I should go a little bit more so I can get it on that next. Let's try that. There. Well, had a little bit of extra chain, but oh well. Wasn't sure how much I wanted. There, look at that. I think that'll work. It's not sitting down on there flush, but we'll see what happens when I pick up a pipe. Alright, I'm gonna consider that a success. That works pretty sweet. Seems like everything should hold up. I guess we'll see what happens as I start moving some bigger pipe. That's just 18 inch and 12 inch there. So yeah, I'm gonna move the rest of this pipe, and then we'll see how it works on some bigger stuff in the future. But for now, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just mad I didn't do that sooner. That would have been pretty handy to have. So I think that's all for this video. See what kind of project I can come up with for the next one. So we'll see you later.